Good morning. It's a Thursday, and we're playing Edith Finch, or what remains of Edith Finch. So this should be interesting. It's a narrative walking simulator game. Let me tell you about it. It's one of my notes. Notes of all notes. What remains of Edith Finch? I have been told that it is a narrative-focused adventure game, or walking simulator, I believe. And developed by Giant Sparrow, published by Annapurna Interactive. I think Giant Sparrow is a Seattle-based game, so that kind of explains why it takes place in the Pacific Northwest, Washington State. We're in the Sound, Puget Sound. We're in a ferry, apparently. When was this published? This was published in 2017. I believe for the PC, PlayStation, etc., etc. I think they also did like an Xbox version too. We'll see. I remember it was a very good game, and it was highly recommended. Won a couple awards. It had a couple of excuse me, drink some tea. Yeah, I cleared my throat. Blarg. Anyways, let's start over again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hola, konnichiwa, привет, bonjour, guten Tag, allo, shora, annyeonghaseyo. That one's my favorite. Or kumusta kayo? How are you, everybody? We're playing What Remains of Edith Finch, published in 2017 by Seattle game developer Giant Sparrow. From what I read online, it was a game kind of exploring the life of one Ms. Edith Finch. And it is a walking simulator / narrative story / indie game. And hopefully it'll be fun and good, and we'll just sit here, drink tea, be cozy and all.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay, let's see, what do we have here? Oh, okay. The Finches, Edith, 1999. Milton. There's a lot of death. Are these people not living? Wow. That's pretty sad. So?
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it. My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Wow. Missing. If you have seen information about Milton, call Orcas Island. We are in the San Juan Islands. There's a number 360. I don't know. Such a young kid. Date missing in 2003 in October 23rd. Date of birth 5/19/1992, Orcas Island, Washington. Age of disappearance is 11. 4'6", 57 pounds. Wow. Yep. Oof. Wow, they got the environments right. Like foxgloves, ferns. None of the power lines in the Pacific Northwest are buried. They're all like this. All
I
of
lived here
them.
until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
The rooms. I think I'm a teenager at this point.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Yeah, it's a little bit... I'm gonna change the controls to be a little bit more sensitive. Okay. Lucas Island Gazette.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Dang. That's tough. No trespassing. Pretty. It's super pretty. Let's see.
In a will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Drive.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Hoof prints. There she is. Super pretty.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Well, if...
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Yeah. Typical woodpile.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Fear the house. These are so typical of the Pacific Northwest.
I heard something moving around in the garage.
Probably an animal. 'Cause these... Okay. Let's take a look. Little wheelchair ramp. Porch area. More.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Yeah. That's why I usually, I mean, like, it's one of those really interesting things in the Pacific Northwest. If you live in the rural areas, you kind of don't use the front door. It's really weird. You kind of mostly go through the garage. And mainly because you're coming in your car, right? And you go through the garage, which is kind of like a normal thing. Front door is for guests and whatnot. I guess if you live in the city, a lot of people use the front door because it's like, why go through the garage when you got front, you know? All right. Maybe I can access the dog door. Wow, power's out. Usually you get the second power line. Ah, ha, ha. Can I crouch? Yeah, there we go.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
But yeah, if you live out here, you do not crawl
The power had been turned off the night we left.
through the dog door. You don't have a dog door because like animals will get into your dog. Cosmic cuisine. Interesting. Gary's potting mix. Everybody has one of these. This looks like my parents' house.
For the
Let's
first
see.
time in years,
2010. Edith. Melton, Lewis, Don, Eddie. Yeah.
I felt like I was home.
Oh yeah. What a mess.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Yep. Lewis Finch in loving memory. December 27, 1988 to November 21st, 2010. Beloved brother to Edith, son of Dawn, grandson to Eddie. Finch Family Cemetery. Wow. Here's Edith, Dawn, Lewis, Eddie. Edith and Eddie. Holiday Feast, Viking, Belly, Nordic, Northwest Chef. I I used to have that book. Well, my parents did. The Northwest Shaft. I think it's called the Northwest Shaft. It's probably a derivative of it. What else do we have here? Nordic cookbook. So, here's a very interesting thing. A lot of the people, the families of the Pacific Northwest were immigrants from like the Scandinavian countries. So that explains why we have like names of Ballard or neighborhoods of Ballard. You know, Ballard is one of the most famous ones, but flavors of India, tasting Thailand, flour and salt, Fanny Farmer Jr. Cookbook, Smoke in the Forest, Cosmic Cuisine, and Pleasures of Japanese Cooking.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot. Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
We gotta learn how to cook salmon. I mean, like, we did eat a lot of canned salmon growing up in the Pacific Northwest. Let's see. A lot of wine. We didn't have one of those. That's a little bit overkill. So that's the garage. Oh my god, did everybody have this growing up? This kind of microwave. Let's see. More books. Metamorphosis in Awe, Alem.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Oh yeah, it's a fairy. I love fairies. This looks really odd though. This is like... Where is this? Odd shape. Anyways. Fairy. Yep. Camping. Lots of camping. Trees. Always so many trees. So, what an odd thing. It's like a window into the garage?
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
What happened? Eddie.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Well, yeah, if you're the primary caregiver and it gets harder and you have to work and caregive at the same time, so basically you go to work, you come home, and then you work some more for another person. It's a full-time job to take care of another person when they need you and they're sick. It's very difficult.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Knitting. Proverbial knitting. Oh god, these live wood tables are everywhere and a flat panel TV. Wow.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Into the ocean? Yeah. Common thing. Cute. An oar. Very nautical. These are cute. Cool.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Barbara Finch. Sven? I think we went over there. And then... Dang. Holy mackerel, what is going on here?
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Eddie, Dawn, Milton, Lewis, Edith. Oh, there was a... So here's Edith, 17, Milton, younger brother. Lewis, also a brother? Dawn, mother. Great-grandma. Where is great-grandma? Edie, right here. So these are the other... So, youngest generation, next oldest generation, and then older generation. Barbara. Okay. Big family. Okay. Should I go upstairs? Let's take a look. We have... Oh, wow. These are a ton of
After Milton
pictures.
disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms.
Where'd you sleep? I've been out here. It's a cool looking place. Again. More bugs.
Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh, okay. She's the actress of the family, the famous one.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Mom must have locked the 3rd floor stairs on the night we left.
There's electricity coming through. Interesting. Gregory.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Weirdness.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Interesting. That's weird. This is weird. Molly.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Why hermetically seal these rooms? This is bizarre.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Okay. I'm not gonna open that. I'm gonna take a look at the room that I skipped. Underneath the stairs.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Basement. Someone's afraid of their house. This is bizarre. I mean, like, why would you be afraid of your house like this? It's one way to fix a railing. But let's start here. Let's see. 20,000 Under the Leagues. The book.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Up.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Fear. Oceans of the
From the
house.
paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Way.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Saving. A whistle. Mask. Molly. We're in Molly's
I grew up
room.
looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Wow, it's really well preserved. Let's see, Molly. Molly, 1937 to 1947. So we're like traveling in time back to 3 generations. 3rd generation.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Little ant thing. Interesting. Molly. It's a map of the house. Interesting. December 1947.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here.
Hmm.
Before my mom sealed the doors.
Molly Finch. Oops. Wait, I need to hold to click to move.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Okay.
My Halloween candy was all gone. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
It's kind of creepy that you have to...
thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Why would you lock your kid in their room? That's so bizarre.
I kept eating and eating.
Oh, that's weird. What's wrong with you, kid?
I ate a lot of things that night.
All these are poisonous. What are you doing, kid?
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Alright. Sweet little dream. Can I go that way? Can I go this way? Can't jump in this game, so I have to find my path. Oh, there we go.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
One little adventure.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Where is it?
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Huh.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up,
Oops.
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Cool.
Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons.
Wow.
I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
What's bigger than a rabbit? Or an owl?
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Wow. What a story.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted
Hungrier.
fat, juicy seals.
Striking distance for a shark isn't very, Nom!
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Hungry shark. Hunger. What an interesting story. So it's not so much as a walking simulator, but
I grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
you can only move in one direction, maybe? Seattle, Washington.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Interesting. So hard to move. So I'm guess I turn and I can I go upstairs? Yes, apparently I can go upstairs. But I can only kind of move in a straight line. How many people am I gonna eat?
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Drunken sailor, what shall we do with a drunken sailor? His belly with a rusted razor, shave his belly with a rusted razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor.
Alright. We're eating people. Congratulations. Interesting. I can't seem to get through. Hold on, I have to... There you go. I have to turn correctly.
last passenger. I was still hungry.
There we go.
Across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Was it salmon? Clam chowder? Ivar's... What do you call it? Ivar's, thingamabobber?
I slithered
Fish and chips?
onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Good smells. Mmm, smells. Apparently she survived her little foray. Because she came back and wrote it in her journal. Mmm, toilet.
I got closer and closer.
It's Molly. Back to her room.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Delicious. Mmm.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Guess we're going to the next room.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Molly, huh?
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Okay.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. Her room was like a museum.
Oh.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
It's the house that's cursed, let me tell you. No, I'm
But
just kidding.
40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Saving Sven Edie. This is their door.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Interesting.
The only
God.
trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Oh, it's sealed. Wow.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Birds.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Great-grandma had always been the family's biggest fan.
Can you open that? Huh. What am I looking for in this room? Huh. That's a lot of bird memorials. Huh, okay. We got Edith, Milton, Lewis, Gus, Dawn, Walter, Sam and Calvin, Barbara and Molly. Interesting. I cannot go outside this door, so that's alright. Can I access that? Memories, Molly concepts. The only place I could think of is here. There's a shark. Through here, maybe? No, can't go through there. Ah. Secret.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Why build such elaborate places? Alvin Finch.
Ben gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Alvin Finch. It's a developing room. Interesting. Slides. What else am I looking at? Huh, okay. Milton, sorry. There's that power. Is it? No, this is... Wow. Ah, a room divided.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Bizarre. To command center. Someone was interested.
I didn't like history any more than my mom did.
So it looks like Fort Sam. This one is Space Center. Calvin.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, That was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
There you go.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Okay.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Up. Okay.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
This is back out. Aha. We're in Barbara's
Growing up,
room.
I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Oof.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Dreadful stories.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
What do we have here?
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale
Huh.
inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Huh.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
Wow.
But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans.
BeastieCon.
It's just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Dang.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay,
Stick
I'm
the
hearing
kid.
frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
Jeez.
In the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Well, we got a hint.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Rick? Are you okay? This isn't funny.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh, weird.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Here's the sour Gramps. Pooched himself. This is weird.
Finch rattled and grew still.
Oops.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the Late Picture Show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Dang. Okay. Can't go that way, so I have to go this way. Walter Finch.
Walter, are you there? Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh my gosh.
I returned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And to tell you guys, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
That's bizarre.
Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Window. Secret door.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Okay. We're in Molly's room.
About abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. Hinges grow.
Ah, so that's how the banister broke.
It wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Oh, he's gone.
Had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Egg?
At the door, she heard a whisper. It was coming from inside the house.
Creepy.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear
Wow.
Barbara.
What a way to go.
Magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh, gosh.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Dang. Poor Barb. She didn't deserve that.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Happy birthday, Barb. Can I leave this way? No. Barbara. Ah, there he is.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
I guess it's time to mess with the music box. What a family history. And we're keep on spinning. And we're going downstairs. Great Gramps spin. Oh, they kind of fixed it, didn't they? Or tried to.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Tetanus shots. The saw.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Yeah.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
It's so dark in here. A
I
tunnel.
remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after
Underground.
Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Whoa. This
There's a
would.
pattern in all these stories. I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
30 years. Wow.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Dang, what a way to go.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just
2005.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
How long have you been living in here? Can I touch anything? Well, it pointed me here. Why? It's so dark. There it is. More underground.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
What a strange...
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
It's like a series of untimely deaths.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
You know where this is all going, right? Everybody gets untimely deaths in this family.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Probably. It's
But
a very
if she
bizarre
never
legacy.
told me about an uncle under the house.
That's the mole
I can only
man.
imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Okay. I want to point out that there's never been a train on Orcas Island,
I don't
as
know if
far as I
should
can
even be
remember.
writing this.
Too funny.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
What is that out there? Probably Friday Island, San Juan Island, if it's Orcas Island.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
And it loops back. Ah, there's the house. All right. Here that does not work anymore. Interesting. Back into the house.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
We're on the back
I think
half.
we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Shadow.
3 of the
Bob.
gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly Finch. Calvin Finch. Sven and Edie. Walter and Barbara.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
I don't know how to focus in.
Edie
There it
said
is.
she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Mm-hmm. Milton Finch.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Ah, this is the sort of porch
But
area.
looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh, geez.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Intense.
Sam
Just
spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Interesting. We got coping. Taxidermied cats? It's so dark right now. Okay. Ah, here we go. Photos.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? What? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? We'll never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad,
Let me get behind you.
do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. Great shot, Don! I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
still...
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oops.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Hmm. It's pretty... A lot of stories. Oops. I did not mean to do that. I wanted to go through and go forward. So we're looking at central heating area?
After
Attic.
Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They both lost a lot.
Well, a father and a son. There it is. Sam Finch. Okay. Carlisle. Sam Finch. Okay. Lawsuit filed against you. You have 20 calendar days after the summons is served. You have written in response to attached complaint petition with a clerk court. Filing procedures. 2014. Oh, okay. So this is about as much I can take a look. I was trying to flip it through the thing. Trying to figure it out.
Dear
Okay, there we
Kay,
go.
do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Oh.
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too.
Oh.
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Dang. Sam and Gregory died as a baby. Golly gee. Great.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Kites are very hard.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Strange totem pole.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh. Well, we know what's gonna happen now.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power, but all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Well, this is so cool. Oops.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
All right. That's the kite. Wow. With sympathy. Raised flag. Breakfast quiet time. Wow. Dad is very military.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Mm. Fly to India pack. Back in 1987. Ah, here we go.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Ah, interesting.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Edie, yeah.
And to see kids in the house again.
Edith, Milton, Lewis. This is a very typical Pacific Northwest garden. Half-hearted. Tried so hard.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Let's build more stuff. I'm trying to remember if there was a...
Things were good. Almost normal.
You know, now I'm curious, because I remember in the Pacific Northwest, there was a man who built sort of this patchwork house. Now I have to look it up. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been a long time. It's like a little school.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Oh. Milton.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Nice tiny little room. Door. Rope. Geodesic domes.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Ah. Okay, this is very hard to maneuver. I have to keep on moving the mouse consistently in order to watch this. That's it. Milton.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
What a curse. I can see how it was a curse.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Wow. So I'm heading out.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
At this point, it's like a survival. It's so pretty. does sound like that. At night, in the islands.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Ooh, how hippie. Oh, whoops. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to look around. Jesus. Very touchy. CRT TVs. CDs. Drinks. Louis Finch. Dawn Finch.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to
And to what? His mind began to wander? What can I do? Put my hand in the cutting thing?
wander.
Oh, this is bizarre.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Oh, that's kind of trippy.
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
This is really hard.
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
Uh-oh. This isn't good.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
This is hard. Doing this at the same
Built the city
time.
up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
How bizarre.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band.
Oh, this is weird.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Wow.
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor.
Right.
And he won.
Interesting.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
A game.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
St. Louis. Louisville. This is like me playing Civ 5 or 4 or whatever.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
We're lost in our own world. We're sailing. Just one more
he
round.
Heard rumors of a
handsome queen?
Handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents.
Sinister serpents.
Is that Sanskrit? I guess it is. How interesting.
He followed the sound of her.
Silver Hawk.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Oh no.
He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it.
Oh, Jesus. So much fish.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
What was he? What did he become?
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
And the fish is gone. And are we going home? What are we doing?
He began to forget the world we know.
We would call this dissociation disorder. Dissociative disorder. Ooh, look at that. Interesting.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Riding on a carpet of conveyor belt? Interesting.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
Calico.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Bye-bye.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Dr. Emily Nuth. brother?
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
What is that? That looks weird. Oh, he's... yeah. Oh, open. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. Hold the click. Move, push on forward. It really does look like this on Orcas Island. If you're lucky enough.
On Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
We don't have big
She
giant
waited
trees.
until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Mostly they're pine and Douglas fir. It's rare to get oak trees.
I'm
Those
not
usually.
sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
But the reason why it's called Orcas Island is that when you are on the edge of Orcas Islands, you can see the orcas fishing during salmon season.
I wish we'd stayed.
What the hey is... Oh, they're packing peanuts. Okay. Aw, that's so sad.
But I understand why we left.
Edith, Mom.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Well, two of your children just... met a bad end. What is this? Learn to teach Dawn Finch.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time.
Aw.
Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Origami. Books. Wow. A paper mache. Happy 90th birthday. Edith. This is her book. Her room.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oops. Oh, okay. So that's the dining
the power had
table.
been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sailed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That's a pretty massive library.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
Yeah.
God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
So...
But I never thought I'd go back to it.
When you live in the Pacific Northwest, you live...
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
You live with the prospects of a tsunami. And when there's a big tsunami coming, the tide goes really, really far out.
I got turned around. I started seeing things.
I can't see anything.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Oh, a deer. Ah, a bed.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
Cabinet. A stove, an old-timey stove.
Or maybe I came back to them.
Ah, this is the Finch house that fell into the sea.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
Aw. Bye-bye.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
I used to have a pair of gloves just like that as a kid.
We both
tried. They were very popular.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Mm.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Dang.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Dang. It's a madrona tree. So many of those here. Story by Janet Sparrow, Shirley Dallas. For Shirley Dallas, 1948-2013. Ian Dallas, creative director. Joshua Sarfarti, technical director. Wow. Being bathed in a kitchen sink, I remember that. It's a very typical thing to do. What a beautiful story. And they've got the atmosphere so right. That's what it's like living in the Pacific Northwest San Juan Islands, in that area. Samba. I can see why this won awards. It's just so beautiful. And I don't know if I want to call it a game, but I guess it is. They're an interactive story. That's what it feels like to me. I really enjoyed that each of the stories for each family member had its own kind of artistic style, different kind of, what do you call it, mechanic for when you sort of experienced or played their story. It felt magical, almost disassociative, if you know what that means. It's a very difficult thing to explore loss. In a way, it's kind of cathartic when you get to experience a loved one in a special kind of way. It's very much a piece of art. A unique some stories were obviously more powerful than others. I mean, but when someone passes on, they can be comical, serious, or even happy. And sad. Always sad. Let's see. Replay a story option is now available. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Ah, I see. So now you can kind of click on a specific member. Of the family. Dang. Well, that was pretty heavy. But it was beautiful. I'm gonna switch up. I still have a game that I want to finish, and I really just wanted to play this game because it was highly recommended to me.